Alright scientists, gather round, because clearly you need help. If you've ever died of dehydration while stood next to a water cooler, been chased by a robot with anger issues, or accidentally hurled yourself off a filing cabinet thinking you could probably make that jump, this video is for you. I've got 101 absolutely essential tips to stop you embarrassing yourself through the facility. Alright, goggles on, egos off. Let's begin. Number 1. Choose your perks wisely as they can't be redone. Think about choosing the perk Fanny Pack, which increases your toolbar from 8 to 10, as everything else can be earned in-game, and this is the only way to gain more toolbar slots in the whole game. Another perk worth taking is Wrinkly Brain Meat, as it gives you a blanket 20% experience gain on all skills at all times. Good for solo and cooperative play. Number 2. Keep your most commonly used items on the toolbar, like a couple of weapons, water, torch, bandages, etc. You don't want to have to look through your backpack if you start bleeding in the middle of a fight. I like to leave the last spot free, however, for when I pick up something important, so I don't have to go looking for it and it's on the toolbar, ready to go. Number 3. Items placed in your hotbar weigh less than they do in your backpack, so if you're constantly overburdened, move your heaviest tools, weapon, or that random 3-seater sofa you've been lugging around to the toolbar. It's a subtle trick, but it can make the difference between sprinting to safety or crawling under all that loot. Number 4. Head into your settings and reassign the next and previous hotbar items to your D-pads left and right. Now you can flick through your toolbar in seconds. No awkward scrolling or menu fumbling mid-fight. It's one of those small tweaks that makes gameplay feel way smoother. Number 5. Ever get lost and wonder which way your objective actually is? Keep an eye out for a faint grey orb floating in the distance. That's your silent guide. It doesn't always stand out, especially in darker areas, but most of the time it's there, showing you the general direction you need to go. Once you notice it, you'll start spotting it all the time and navigating becomes way easier. Number 6. When setting up your starter base, always build near a power outlet. It might sound like common sense, but having easy access to power early on makes everything smoother, from crafting and lighting to defenses. And if you can find a spot with more than one outlet, that's even better. Double the power means double the efficiency for your base setup. Number 7. The security office where you spawn at the start of the game is one of the best spots for your first base. It already has power, reinforced glass for protection, and only 2 ways in, making it very easy to defend. You can set up your essentials right away and focus on surviving instead of scrambling to find a safe place. Number 8. The freezer room tucked behind the security office is an early game lifesaver. Before you can craft your own fridge, you can store food and ingredients there to keep them fresh for far longer. This means you can focus on building your base, gathering materials, and exploring the world without constantly worrying about spoiling your supplies. It's a small, clever trick that keeps you well prepared and saves you a lot of time and hassle in the early stages. Number 9. At night, the facility's power shuts off between 9 PM and 6 AM, which can really slow you down. To keep things running, build some backup power using makeshift batteries. Simply connect them between the power socket and your device and you'll have electricity when you need it most, keeping lights on, crafting stations active, and your base fully functional even in the dark. Number 10. At night, your crafting bench will often lose power if you're relying on just one battery. To keep it running, link 2 batteries together and attach them directly to the bench. This ensures that you keep crafting, upgrading, and preparing your gear without any interruptions, even when the facility's main power is off. Number 11. Label your storage containers to keep everything organized and make finding items much easier. Just a heads up for PlayStation players, Sony has disabled custom text in this game for safety reasons, so labeling isn't available there. On other platforms though, naming your crates and containers makes managing your supplies much easier. Number 12. Storage containers holding radioactive material show a special symbol when you hover over them, making them easy to identify. It's a good idea to keep these containers away from your main base until you've crafted protective boxes, so you don't risk radiation exposure while you work or store your other supplies. Number 13. Grab everything you can loot. Almost everything in the game has a use, even things you wouldn't expect. That includes your poop. You'd be surprised how useful seemingly useless items can be for crafting, trading, or other survival needs. Number 14. Books, documents, magazines, and even whiteboards can sometimes unlock recipes or blueprints. Make sure to interact with these items whenever you find them, because they can give you new crafting options and help you progress faster in the game. Number 15. Always keep a hammer and screwdriver on hand. Hammers in particular are rare and can be difficult to replace if you lose them, so holding on to one ensures you're never caught unprepared when repairs are needed. Number 16. Make sure to place a bed early on because it becomes your respawn point if you die. This way, if something goes wrong, you'll reappear close to your base instead of far away, letting you get back into the action quickly and keep on focusing on building, exploring, and gathering resources without losing momentum. Number 17. Grab a piece of plastic scrap early in the game and craft a portable water bottle. Having one on hand means you can carry water with you wherever you go, stay hydrated while exploring, and avoid constantly running back to your base or other water sources. It's a small item that makes survival much easier. Number 18. If you notice flickering on your screen, don't panic. It's not your TV or monitor on the way out. It's the game warning you that you're getting closer to a radioactive source. That visual distortion is your cue to slow down and either throw on some protective gear and iodine, or steer clear before the radiation starts doing you any harm. It's a small detail, but keeping an eye on it can save you a lot of trouble while exploring. Number 19. Lamps and standing lamps are a handy free source of light that don't need to be plugged in. They're perfect for brightening up your base without relying on power, and they can also give your plants a little extra light when they grow, making them surprisingly useful for both survival and decoration. Number 20. Keep a kitchen knife on you at all times. It's hands down the best tool for breaking down bodies into food or crafting materials. Sure, you can use a spear or other bladed weapon, but they're slower, clunkier, and far more expensive to maintain. The kitchen knife gets the job done quickly, cheaply, and efficiently, making it the ideal choice for staying stocked up without burning through resources. Number 21. Always cook raw food before eating it, or you risk getting ill. Eating it raw can make you throw up, and in multiplayer it can even make other players sick. On top of that, cooked food is more effective. It restores more energy and fills you up better. Cooking first keeps you healthy, boosts your meals, and protects everyone around you. Number 22. Even if you don't need the food, it's wise to cut up bodies rather than leaving them around. Leaving them out can attract more enemies, creating unnecessary danger. Processing the bodies keeps your area cleaner, reduce risk, and can also provide materials for crafting or other uses, so it's a smart habit to get into early on. Number 23. You don't need to waste clean water for washing. You can use the fountain in the main reception area or any other tainted water source instead. It's completely safe and lets you save your clean water for drinking and cooking, while still keeping yourself fresh and conserving resources. Number 24. On every new level you'll come across an information board where you can collect that area's map. Once picked up, it automatically updates your map in the journal, making navigation much easier and helping you keep track of important locations as you explore. Number 25. The first time it's night, head back through the vents at the beginning and you will find this fan which has stopped due to the power being off. Just beyond that you will find a room which has an anvil, and that will allow you to craft the repair bench. This will not only let you repair armor and weapons, but also break down all sorts of items. Number 26. The idea system is fun to try at first, as it offers a different way to interact with the game, but after a while it really doesn't add much and can become a bit distracting. For a smoother, more streamlined experience, I'd recommend turning it off so you automatically unlock blueprints and can focus fully on building, exploring, and managing your base. Number 27. Desks, chairs, and filing cabinets are great sources of scrap. They're easy to break down and give you materials you can use for crafting, repairs, or building, making them a quick and convenient way to gather resources early on. Number 28. Don't overlook vending machines if you're feeling hungry or thirsty. Check for the lit up buttons to see what items are available, and you might find a quick snack or drink to keep you going without having to hunt for supplies. They're a handy little resource that's easy to forget about. Number 29. Once your strength reaches level 5, you can shake vending machines for a chance to get some free food and drink. Doing this also gives you a bit of strength experience, so it's handy to both stock up and level up at the same time. Just don't expect it to work every time, but it's a fun little bonus when it does. Number 30. If you find yourself low on cash, check lockers whenever you come across them. They often contain enough money to buy snacks, drinks, or a cup of coffee from the vending machine and coffee machines, keeping you fueled while exploring and managing your base without having to search for food and cook it. Number 31. Keep duplicate tools like hammers, screwdrivers, torches, and kitchen knives as backups. Accidents happen, and having spares means you won't be left stranded if you lose one or it breaks. It's a simple precaution that saves time and keeps your crafting, repairs, and survival running smoothly. Number 32. It's a smart move to farm a big pile of metal early on, because you'll get through it really quickly once you start crafting and upgrading your base. Large filing cabinets are a great target, dropping 8 metal scrap each, so clearing a few rooms adds up fast. And if you ever have a spare anvil lying around, breaking it down gives you a hefty 20 metal scrap in one go. It's one of the easiest ways to keep your workshop fully supplied without constant scavenging. Number 33. Use the jump and crouch combo to slip through tight gaps or reach higher spots. It's a handy movement trick that helps you access hidden areas, dodge obstacles, or get the jump on enemies. Once you get the timing down, you'll find it opens up shortcuts and sneaky routes all over the facility. Number 34. Fridges keep your food fresh for much longer, so make sure you snag one of these as soon as you find it. Just don't forget to connect it to a power source. Without power, it's just storage. With it, you'll massively extend the life of your ingredients and cooked meals, making base management far easier. Number 35. Stack shelves and boxes vertically to make the most of your space. By building upwards instead of outwards, you can keep your base organized, fit more storage into a smaller area, and make it easier to navigate while still having everything you need within reach. Number 36. Don't overlook the vacuum. Is excellent for farming resources quickly. Not only can it suck up loose items, but it can also break down certain objects first, collecting all the parts in one go. It's a huge time saver when you're clearing rooms or gathering materials for crafting, making it one of the most efficient tools early on. Number 37. The vacuum isn't just for gathering resources, it can also double up as a weapon. It's surprisingly effective against small jumping aliens, letting you clear out those pesky enemies while collecting materials at the same time. It's a handy multi-purpose tool that saves both time and effort in the early game. Number 38. Keep your items organized by type to make life easier. For example, put computer parts in one box, office supplies in another, wood and metal together, food in fridges, etc. This way you'll always know where everything is, saving time and making your base much more efficient to manage. Number 39. There's a sort button that can automatically rearrange items in your boxes and even in your backpack. It's a great way to keep everything tidy, quickly organize your supplies, and make sure you can find what you need without digging through piles of materials. Number 40. Use the pin system to keep track of the items you need for a specific build. Once pinned, the system highlights those items when you come across them, making it much easier to gather materials quickly and stay organized while working on your projects. Number 41. Right next to the pin system is the Share Recipe button, which is incredibly useful when playing with other scientists. It lets you share all your blueprints with nearby players so everyone can craft the same items without having to discover the recipes themselves. It's a real time saver and keeps teamwork running smoothly. Number 42. Make good use of the favorite system on the crafting bench. If you're constantly making things like ammo, bandages, or other essentials, marking them as favorites makes it much quicker to find them. This becomes especially handy later in the game when your inventory and crafting list have grown, helping you save time and stay organized. Number 43. When you're at the crafting bench, take a look at the bench upgrades in the top right of the screen. Some upgrades are incredibly useful. For example, you can unlock the ability to heal yourself directly at the bench, or have it automatically pull resources from your nearby boxes. These upgrades are tied to your crafting level and can save you a lot of time and effort, making crafting and managing your base much smoother. Number 44. Next to Warren, the security guard trader, you'll find the first charging station. The lights at the bottom indicate how much charge your item has left, so you can keep an eye on it while topping up. It's a simple way to make sure your tools and devices stay powered without running out at the wrong moment. Number 45. Using pots and buckets, you can collect tainted water from the central fountain and boil it to make pure drinkable water. It's a simple but essential trick to stay hydrated, especially early on, and ensures you don't waste your limited clean water supplies while exploring or working on your base. Number 46. Grab your first 4 or 5 water coolers and bring them back to your base. They're perfect for storing all your pure water, keeping it ready for both you and your plants. It's a simple way to make sure you've always got a steady supply on hand without constantly running back and forth to refill. Number 47. When fishing, you need to pull the rod in the opposite direction of the fish to tire it out and reel it in when it's calm. Timing and patience are key. If you rush it, the fish can escape, but with practice, you'll land your catch reliably and build up a steady food supply. Number 48. You unlock the ability to see fishing bubbles at level 3, which makes spotting the best fishing spots even easier. These bubbles indicate where fish are most likely to bite, so once you reach this level, you can focus your efforts on the hot spots and catch fresh food more reliably, instead of wasting time on areas that mostly yield junk. Number 49. You can fish while sitting on a bench or chair, which stops your fatigue from dropping. It's a clever little trick that lets you fish for longer periods without getting tired, keeping your energy up while you build a steady supply of fresh food. Number 50. Fish in the right zones at the right times, as some species only appear under certain conditions. For example, moonfish show up at night, while dark water fish are found in specific pools like those in the hydro plant. Paying attention to these patterns lets you target the fish you need while making your fishing trips more productive and rewarding. Number 51. When you break down fish at a chef's counter, you don't just get food. They can also yield special materials like fish oil, unique organs, and rare crafting items. These extra resources make fishing much more valuable, giving you ingredients for crafting and recipes that you can't easily find elsewhere. Number 52. If you're aiming to catch rare fish, you'll need to catch the normal version first. Doing so unlocks the special bait required to reel in the rare variant. It's a progression system that encourages you to master the basics before chasing the more valuable and harder to find fish. Number 53. When you find your first peccary skull, don't rush to make a helmet out of it. Instead, take it to Warren the Trader and exchange it for your first trinket, the Employee Locator. This handy device lets you see NPCs and fellow scientists through walls, giving you a big advantage when exploring or keeping track of players. Number 54. Traders update their stock as you progress through the game, so it's always worth checking back regularly. New items, tools, and trinkets can appear, giving you opportunities to snag useful gear, resources, or upgrades that weren't available the last time you visited. Keeping an eye on them helps you stay well equipped throughout your adventure. Number 55. If you're playing co-op and can't see your teammates, open your inventory and look for your pager. Clicking it will activate the feature that lets you see your fellow scientists through walls, making it much easier to stick together, coordinate, and avoid getting separated while exploring or scavenging for supplies. Number 56. Be careful when jumping from heights. It's easy to sprain or break your legs. Injuries like this will slow your movement and limit how often you can jump, making it much harder to get around quickly. Taking things slowly and planning your drops carefully keeps you safe and avoids unnecessary setbacks. Number 57. Always carry bandages and splints, because the enemy will often make you bleed. Keeping these on hand lets you treat injuries quickly, stopping the bleeding, and stay on the move without letting small wounds slow you down or turn into bigger problems while exploring or fighting. Number 58. Rope cloths are more useful than you might think. Using them in the office area can prevent a lot of broken limbs, and they make you far more efficient when out on farming runs. They're a simple item that can save you time, injuries, and hassle while exploring or gathering resources. Number 59. Use your watch regularly to keep track of the time and know when night is approaching. Power in the facility shuts off from 9 PM to 6 AM, so planning ahead is crucial. Knowing the hours helps you finish tasks, prepare your base, and avoid being caught in the dark without essential equipment or lighting. Number 60. Your watch has a built-in compass in the top right-hand corner, which is a real lifesaver when navigating the game's rather tricky map system. Keeping an eye on it helps you find your bearings, plan routes, and avoid getting lost while exploring or heading back to base. Number 61. Rest often. When you're out exploring, you never know when you'll get another chance to sleep. Later in the game, you can find military cots that are portable, letting you set up a quick rest spot wherever you go. Perfect for long expeditions and keeping your stamina in top shape. Number 62. Don't hoard rotten food. It can make you sick if accidentally eaten. Instead, break it down at the repair bench to turn it into bioscrap, which is surprisingly handy for various crafting recipes later on like glow sticks and soil bags. Number 63. Don't ignore your hunger, thirst or fatigue. If any of them hit 0, you'll drop dead on the spot. Keep an eye on those bars, pace yourself, and always have a snack, a drink, and a place to rest nearby to avoid an abrupt and very preventable end. Number 64. In co-op mode, if you die, you'll enter last stand and a teammate can revive you, but you'll pick up a death debuff. If you die again while that debuff is active, you won't be able to be revived at all. To remove the debuff, you need to get some sleep, so make sure to rest up before heading back out into danger with your team. Number 65. The industrial stove at the start of the game will work even without power. It's a handy early game tool for cooking and crafting recipes when the facility's electricity is down, letting you keep your meals and materials prepared without worrying about the blackout. Number 66. Craft planters as soon as you can and prioritize growing super tomatoes. They're incredibly efficient, providing both food and water in one crop, which makes them perfect for keeping yourself fed and hydrated while you focus on exploring, crafting, or expanding your base. Number 67. When tending to your plants, check the bar at the top of each planter. It shows how much water the plant has. If it runs out completely, the plant will die, so keeping an eye on it and watering regularly is essential to maintain a steady supply of food and resources. Number 68. If you have surplus food, don't harvest the plants right away. Leave them in the planter until you actually need them. This way the planter won't use any water, helping you conserve resources while making a steady supply of crops ready for later. Number 69. Soup is one of the most useful foods in the game, and you can check all your soup recipes in the journal. To make it, fill a cooking pot with pure water and add the ingredients. Soups not only provide both food and water, but they also give healthful buffs and, best of all, they don't expire, making them perfect for keeping on hand for long-term survival. Number 70. Keeping your food and water fully topped up gives you a buff called Well Fed, which slows your stamina drain and increases your health regeneration. Staying fully nourished helps you run further and recover more quickly from any injuries. Number 71. On your status page, you can see all your active buffs and debuffs, giving you a clear picture of your current condition. Most importantly, you can heal, detoxify, apply a splint, or bandage yourself directly from this screen, without needing to search for the required items, making it a vital tool for staying healthy and prepared mid-fight. Number 72. Make sure to check terminals and emails regularly. They provide loads of lore, adding entries to your compendium journal, and can even contain valuable blueprints. Exploring these digital records is a great way to uncover backstory and gain useful crafting knowledge at the same time. Number 73. While exploring, if you think a spot might be climbable, it probably is. Experiment with using sofas, beds, and other furniture to reach higher areas or access hidden spaces. A bit of creativity with your environment can open up new paths, loot, and shortcuts that aren't immediately obvious. Number 74. If you get stuck or can't find your way back to base, there's an option to unstick/respawn. Keep in mind though, anything in your backpack will be left behind at the spot where you died, so use it carefully and try to retrieve your gear afterwards. Number 75. If you don't collect your death bag within a certain amount of time, it will automatically respawn next to Warren and a charging station. This ensures you can retrieve your lost items without having to track down the original spot where you died, making it easier to get back on track. Number 76. Craft new weapons as soon as they become available. Even the most basic ones are better than having nothing. Try to keep at least 2 different weapons equipped on your toolbar at all times, ideally a mix of melee and ranged, so you're prepared for any situation and can switch quickly depending on the threat. Number 77. Always repair your gear before heading out. Make sure your weapons, armor and shield are fully restored. Early on, repairing is usually very cheap, so keeping everything topped up ensures you're ready for combat and won't get caught off guard. Number 78. Whenever you can, use blunt weapons against robots and heavily armored enemies, and reserve sharp weapons for organic foes. Choosing the right weapon type makes combat much more efficient, helping you deal maximum damage and reducing repair costs. Number 79. When you first come across a rat, you can get one of the best carrying capacity backpacks early on. Use the net launcher to immobilize it, then finish it off with a blunt weapon. Be careful not to damage it in any other way, especially if you're using the fire hammer, because the backpack won't drop if the fire kills it. This backpack offers a huge carrying capacity of 30, making it a great early game storage boost. Number 80. The game is massive and can feel overwhelming at first, but don't worry, most areas within the facility contain a tram station that links back to the office sector at the beginning. As long as you keep exploring, you'll almost always find a way to loop back safely to where you started, making navigation much easier as you go. Number 81. Enemies will attack you if they see or hear you. Even crafting can alert them due to the noise. Luckily, you can speak past most foes by crouching and staying out of their cone of vision. It's a great way to move safely and quietly through dangerous areas without wasting ammo or taking damage. Number 82. Most early enemies can be dodged with a simple, well-timed sidestep. Learn their attack patterns, stay light on your feet, and you'll avoid taking damage while keeping your stamina and resources intact. It's a great habit to build early on in your adventure. Number 83. If you're struggling to find power sockets, just equip a workbench or a multi-plug. It will highlight all nearby sockets for you. This makes setting up power sources much easier, especially in new areas where outlets aren't always obvious. Number 84. The floating orbs that come out at night can be captured using a test tube. Once collected, the Anomaly can be used to craft fertilizers and, later on, the transmogrifier, making it a valuable resource for both early and advanced crafting projects. Be aware though that they will expire after a set amount of time. Number 85. Nighttime is when the robots come out to patrol. If their light is orange, you're safe, but when it turns red, it means they've detected you. Keep an eye on their lights to avoid detection and plan your movements carefully to stay out of trouble. Number 86. Early on, one of the most effective ways to take down robots is to build a Chopinator near their charging station. Then hide behind it with a hammer and keep it topped up while it does all the heavy work for you. This lets you deal damage safely and efficiently without putting yourself in direct danger. Number 87. If you sleep at night, it actually speeds up the passage of time, getting you to 6 AM much quicker. This is a handy way to skip the long hours of darkness and power outages, letting you get back to exploring, crafting, or defending your base without having to wait around. Number 88. Sleeping with a lodestone or lodestone fragment slightly changes the sleeping minigame, shifting your dream into the flesh dimension. It's a fun little twist that adds some eerie atmosphere to your rest. Number 89. Build the toilet as soon as it becomes available. It's incredibly handy to have one nearby when nature calls. Plus you can harvest your own poop from it, which is surprisingly useful as a crafting material. It's a practical addition that pays off in more ways than one. Number 90. Equip your radioactive suit as soon as you get it, and honestly, it's worth keeping it on at all times. The downsides are minimal, and you'll have a much smoother experience wearing it than risking the hazards without it. Number 91. Raids happen at night and can spawn random types of enemies. They'll target your crafting bench and attack anything in their path. Using barricades can slow them down, giving you a better chance to defend your base and take them out more effectively. Number 92. Powered crafting benches suppress normal enemy respawns within their radius, keeping your base a bit quieter during the day. However, night raids will still occur near them, so don't let your guard down. You'll still need to be prepared for attacks after dark. Number 93. Portal worlds reset their resources regularly, making them ideal for farming high-end parts. Specifically, portal nodes refresh twice every in-game week, once on Saturday night and again on Wednesday. Keep an eye on the cycle and you'll always have access to valuable materials. Number 94. Every level you gain in a skill genuinely makes a difference. It's not just about unlocking new abilities. For example, each level in sharp weapons increases your damage output, and every level of sprinting boosts your stamina. Progression always pays off, so keep leveling those skills. Number 95. To quickly gain strength XP, load up your inventory until the weight meter is in the yellow zone. Then go for a run while carrying it all. This will not only boost your strength, but also your stamina at the same time. Efficiency at its best. Number 96. Craft something simple repeatedly, like water bottles, which cost just 1 plastic, then immediately dismantle them. This gives you crafting XP and then returns the plastic, letting you repeat the cycle indefinitely for fast XP gains and no loss of resources. Number 97. Building furniture and then packaging it back up to rebuild it is a great way to quickly gain construction XP. If you can, make sure your screwdriver is fully upgraded. It speeds up the process significantly and makes the loop far more efficient. Number 98. Build a crossbow with plenty of bolts early on. The crossbow is by far the quickest weapon to reload, so constantly unload and reload it to boost your reload XP, while also shooting enemies when needed to raise your accuracy. This method is one of the fastest ways to level both skills early on. Number 99. With a powered Chopinator setup, you can stand in front of it and use your shield to repeatedly take controlled hits, rapidly earning Fortitude XP. Just be sure to keep an eye on your shield's durability and repair it whenever needed. Number 100. You can gain agricultural XP simply by watering your planters. With medium planters you can go one step further and water each individual plant rather than the planter as a whole to earn even more XP. Even if a plant only needs 1 millimeter of water, you can keep topping them up for that extra XP boost. Number 101. Attacking enemies while crouched, whether ranged or melee weapons, counts as a sneak attack. This not only deals extra damage, but also grants bonus sneak XP, making stealthy approaches both safer and more rewarding. And there we have 101 beginners tips and tricks to Abiotic Factor. If you've hung around to the end, thank you. Please bear in mind that these tips are accurate as I've made this, and there's a good chance that they could change all sorts of things as time goes on. I hope this guide's been useful. Abiotic Factor is a special game. Good luck out there. Peace.